I remember her like a very chubby, smart little girl. Grade one of that is always very inquisitive. And I know for a fact that she's got very lovely parents, very beautiful mom, and Captain Lindo with the 10 PTAs in his uniform. Who does that, right? That's how much love they have inside the family. And that's how Maria grew up as well. A life that's not perfect, but one where we can really take inspiration from. One we have so much respect for. I blab about Maria when I get a chance. Just over lunch, amongst executives of World, I was saying that she matured early. Life matured, made her mature early on, and even the pageantry has really made her a great representation of what a Filipino could be. One that stands the test of time, but one who has also proven herself really worthy of many praise. Maria, we give you our best of wishes. Win or lose, this is one that you really deserve. We know that amongst competitions, thank you for the light ng tipid si Kingsford. Thank you, GM. May ilaw naman pala eh. We know that you will represent the country well, and we know that you will give a performance that you all will be proud of. Beyond the pageantry, we want you to know that many people are rooting for you, respect you for your resilience, and respect you for the true beauty that you possess. Congratulations, and we wish you the best of luck. And let's all of us talk to him, and he will take care of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Trivella. I was getting emotional. I'm not even Maria, so I can imagine how you feel right now. Thank you so much for gracing us tonight. I'm sure this means a lot to Maria, and later on we'll get more into that. But right now, I have the biggest honor to introduce the man behind every Filipina who has also made our country proud in the pageant industry. And now we are again making history by adding, of course, such another moving pageant, which is the Universal Woman Pageant. So let us all please welcome the passionate, handsome, multifaceted, visionary Mr. Arnold Vega Fria.
To our dear friends, media, our sponsors and other guests, a pleasant evening to all of you. To our distinguished guests from Venezuela, the reigning Universal Woman 2023, Valentina Sanchez Trivella, and the Chief Visionary Image Consultant, Alexander Gonzalez. Welcome to the Philippines. I hope you get to experience our world-renowned Filipino hospitality, as well as our delectable dishes and our other cultural treasures. I just brought them to the Filipino restaurant in the Church Waterway. I hope you like it. And to our friends from Mega World, of course, the Kingsford and Savory hotels, particularly Ms. Jofe Albizo, the Managing Director of the Mega World Hotels and Resorts. Thank you for the partnership between the Elite Pageant Circle and the Mega World. And of course, the General Manager of the Kingsford Hotel, Manila, Mr. Oliver Siena, and the Group Director of Public Relations, Mega World Hotel and Resorts, Mr. Nico Velasquez. Thank you very much for your generosity and support. I'm sure that most of you were surprised during the early part of these years, when we made an announcement regarding our acquisition of the Universal Woman franchise. The reason is quite plain and simple. As most of you may well know, I have always believed in the pageants that have more substance and purpose rather than glam and controversy. During my initial meeting in Hong Kong last month with the Universal Woman CEO Carolina Cortez and her associates, together with Alexander Gonzalez, they're from Venezuela, and Antonio Salazar from Spain, and Carolina Cuartas is from United Kingdom. I realize that we are all sharing the same vision. That's why I wasted no time in establishing a partnership with a group. Driven by their motto of redefining beauty through diversity and inner strength, the Universal Woman Pageant promises to be another timely and relevant platform for aspiring Filipina queens. With their presence in the country today, I hope I can help bring them closer to the hearts of avid Filipino pageant fans who will perhaps want to get to know more about them and their meaningful advocacies. And today, we move a step forward with our strengthened alliance. It's unfortunate that Carolina's busy schedule didn't permit to fly to Manila with Alexander and Valentina. But nonetheless, I feel very proud and honored to have been accorded the trust and confidence as their group's official franchise in the Philippines. Another big reason why we're here today is that I'm very proud to present to our appointed candidate of Universal Woman Philippines 2024, Miss Maria Gigante of Cebu. I'm sure that most of you know Maria based on her impressive performance during our Miss World Philippines 2022, where she emerged as one of the top 11 finalists. I believe that her morena looks alone will make her a dear stand out in the competition. But even more than that, her wit, charm, and eloquence will surely endear her to many pageant fans worldwide. Where else can you find a perfect epitome of a beauty and brains? Where else can you find a philosophy major who also dabbles in modeling, hosting, and is also a very visible brand endorser? Maria is the total package, and her appeal is simply universal. Having said that, it's an honor to have you all here today to witness her sashing and crowning as an official Universal Woman Philippines 2024 candidate. In the meantime, I'd like to ask our media friends once again for your support when Maria flies to Cambodia next month. With your help, our dream and bringing home another prestigious crown can surely be a reality. Thank you very much and good evening to all of you.
Thank you so much, Rio B. And may you always keep your mission of acquiring more prestigious and relevant platforms where Filipina queens can truly flaunt their world-class beauty, talents, and of course, meaningful advocacies. And I wish, and we all hope that we get the first Universal Woman crown very soon. Thank you so much. Of course, moving on, I'd like to ask all of you to give a very warm Filipino welcome, of course, to the Universal Woman.
Me siento en casa porque desde el principio que hemos entrado acá, eso es lo que he visto familia.
I feel like home because from the moment we arrived this morning, that's what I've seen. I've seen family.
Cada palabra que se ha dicho, de verdad que me ha llegado porque trato de ser una persona muy profesional, pero muy sensible.
Every word that has been said today has really touched my heart because I truly try to be a professional person, but also be touched with my feelings.
Y de eso se trata Universal Woman.
And that's what Universal Woman is all about.
Universal Woman no es solamente un concurso de belleza,
This is not just a beauty pageant.
es una gran familia
It's a big family
donde ustedes también son parte.
where all of you are also considered to be part of the family.
Yo tengo muchísimos amigos filipinos en el mundo entero.
I have so many Filipino friends all over the world.
No los llamo amigos, los llamo hermanos.
I don't call them friends, I call them brothers and sisters.
Una de ellas es Olivia Quiero, que es mi hermana.
One of them is Valentina Sanchez, who's like my sister,
Una mujer muy trabajadora
very hardworking woman,
que representa a muchas mujeres y muchos hombres filipinos que trabajan fuerte en diferentes
truly represents millions of women and men from the Philippines who work really hard at what they do all over the world,
en diferentes áreas.
different industries.
Ahora bien, de verdad que estoy más que emocionado porque Arnold tenía razón.
I am so excited because Arnold was right.
He visto a María,
I've seen Maria.
hemos compartido arriba un rato,
We just shared a few minutes in conversations upstairs
donde ella estaba muy interesada preguntándole a Valentina
where she was very interested in asking me questions, almost like an interview.
muy inteligente,
Very smart,
aprovechando de capturar todas las ideas.
taking advantage of the time that she has with us.
Y de eso se trata, buscar las oportunidades las tenemos siempre cerca, hay que aprovecharlas.
That's what it's all about, to look for the opportunities. They're really always right there, we just have to take the chance.
Universal Woman no es solamente una pasarela para mostrar qué bella tú eres.
Universal Woman is not just a runway to show how beautiful you are.
María lo es, nada más.
Maria is beautiful, but everybody can see that.
Pero lo más importante, María, es que seas tú,
For the most important thing is for you to be yourself.
que de verdad lleves a Filipinas dentro de tu corazón y de tu mente.
To bring your country in your heart and in your life.
Y así no solamente vas a ganar un concurso, vas a ganar lo que quieras en el mundo.
And that way you would not just win a crown, you would win anything that is that you're wanting to win.
Disfruten muchísimo de su realidad, disfruten muchísimo de la vida es hoy y aquí.
Enjoy and celebrate your candidate and life as well.
Y nada, celebremos esta bonita amistad, esta bonita hermandad.
Yeah, let's celebrate this sisterhood and brotherhood.
Esto es Universal.
Thank you so much, Mr. Alexander. And of course, for Ms. Valentina for translating it for all of us. And of course, this is her moment. She won the inaugural edition of Universal Woman 2023 pageant held last February 2 in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, where she invested 22 other delegates from different parts of the globe to win the coveted title. But she's no stranger to the global pageant scene because she was also crowned third runner-up in the Miss Supranational pageant back in 2023. Let's all welcome from Venezuela as well, the lovely and radiant Ms. Valentina Sanchez Trivella.
Mabuhay! I finally can say that. I've been wanting to come to the Philippines for the past, I think, 20 years. It has been one of my top destinations, and I was just telling them that to me, this is such a special way to close my year as the first Universal Woman. This is my last official trip, being the reigning beauty queen, and I think this is the most special place where I could be saying goodbye to my title. This year has been truly incredible. It has exceeded my expectations. I thought that I would close the chapter of queen pageants last year, and then a few weeks later, I heard of this new platform, this new era of beauty called Universal Woman, and I truly immediately connected with the essence, with what they said they were looking for in an ambassador, which is to truly use your voice, because like Alexander said, this is not just about looking beautiful and sitting down with the crown and with beautiful makeup. This truly goes beyond that. It's about what you can do with the title, because it's true. When you were crowned and you were slashed, people listen to you. People are interested in knowing what you're thinking, in knowing what social causes are dear to your heart. And so this year was all about that, taking advantage of those opportunities to bring awareness to certain causes. And today is the beginning of a dream that I had last year. That's now Marie's dream, but also the dream of all of you, of an entire country. So I think the invitation today for all of you is to celebrate the beautiful woman that's going to represent the next moment in Cambodia, and to help her show the world what makes the Philippines so beautiful and so special. Thank you so much for being here, for welcoming us with open arms. We're only going to be here for today, but I'm definitely coming back because there's just so much love here and so many beautiful places to see. So thank you again for being here and for your attention.
Thank you so much, Valentina. Okay, before she gets back to her, I'd like to ask, have you ever, what's your favorite food so far you've tried here in the Philippines?
So we got here this morning, so we haven't really had that much time to go walking around, but we went to this very traditional Filipino restaurant. I do not remember the dish, but they got this platter of all proteins and fish and tuna, and we also got a dessert. What was the name of it? The dessert. Halo? Yes, so that was very good. And I know there's so many other things that we want to try before we leave. So we're going to try to take advantage of that in the next 48 hours.
I hope you do enjoy your stay in the Philippines. Thank you so much for sharing your causes and just being here. Thank you. All right, let's give her a round of applause once again, please. All right, and now we are about to witness the sashimi.
Picture.
Yes, okay. We will have a photo opportunity later on. Let us proceed with the sashimi. Yes. So now on, we are about to witness the sashimi and crowning of our country's first ever candidate for the forthcoming Universal Woman Pageant to be held once again in Cambodia next month. So aside from being known as the top 11 finalist for Miss World Philippines 2022, she is also an entrepreneur, passion student, model, host, and brand endorser, and a very close friend of mine way back 2016. So I'm so very happy to be here to witness this moment for her. Let us all welcome our recently appointed Universal Woman Philippines 2024, the Dusky Beauty from Cebu, Miss Maria Gigante. Leading our crowning and sashing ceremony is Universal Woman Philippines National Director Mr. Arnold Vegapria, and our very special guest of honor, the reigning Universal Woman 2023 from Venezuela, Ms. Valentina Sanchez Trivella. Alright, please ready your cameras as we are about to witness. There you go. Our first ever Universal Woman Philippines. There you have it. Say congratulations to Ms. Maria Gigante, our Universal Woman Philippines 2024. Alright, let's have a quick photo opportunity. There you go. Thank you so much. Alright, congratulations.
One more. Center. Center.
Let's center, please.
Thank you.
Look to your right.
To your left.
Now to your left.
And to your center.
Last one, center.
Last photo center. Yes, go center. Straight up.
you so
All
much.
right, thank you so much. At this point, of course, we would like to hear some few words from our reigning Universal Woman Philippines, Maria Gigante. Please join me here.
Hi everyone, good evening. Would you like me to start? I'm transfer. Magandang gabi po. Oh my. Good evening everyone and mabuhay. This is such an interesting turn of events. Usually the tables are turned with me and Mimi, but I'm just so happy. There's only one emotion I've felt since Sir Arnold appointed me, and that is gratitude. Everybody who is here today, from Teacher Cleo, I know everybody calls her National Director now, but I've never been able to shake calling her teacher since I was 7. But watching her life has inspired me so much. She's such a strong woman who does not even think about the ceiling before breaking it. There is no limit. There is truly no limit. Everything she achieves just blows my mind entirely. And with that, of course, I would like to begin by thanking my Mega World family. Thank you for hosting this event today. This is very special to me as the face of the San Pagita campaign, because representing a company that supports the revival of our local farming industry is something that I stand for. I am from an island myself, and I'm trying my best to support the revival of fishermen. And of course, since we face so many calamities, together with their families as well. But more on that later, Pageant fans. I would like to thank as well, of course, our guests for coming here today. Miss Valentina, Sir Alexander. This is such a special moment for the Philippines. Not only to have our first universal woman, but to be graced by yourselves. My goodness, I'm honored. And of course, being able to question you guys earlier and talk to you, pick your brains, has really given me so much insight on what the competition is about. And it just verified to me how I felt when I was told about Universal Woman, that it is really truly more than a pageant. Truly advocates inclusivity, and of course it's really about making the world a better place in the most genuine way, not just in words, but in actions as well. I'd also like to thank my bench family who supported me. My family from Batayan Island and my family from Argao. I actually just came from Cebu this morning from another Mega World property in Mactan, Newtown. Because Philippines, I waited for this moment for so long, and just when I thought that the opportunity had passed me, this kind of just arrived. And I thought, who am I to refuse a blessing? I finally have a chance to represent my beloved Philippines. That each part and parcel, every single island has become a part of me. I've learned so much, and I appreciate so much of our country, having been a product of a heritage that is half influenced by our Spanish ancestors, and of course half influenced by natives, Filipino natives. My father, who is in the audience, ladies and gentlemen, comes actually from a long line of fishermen who has taught me so much about nature. The waters in the islands, the waters that divide us are also the waters that connect us. And I hope to talk more about that in my journey as a universal woman. Because I've been working very hard with several organizations so that we can truly put the Philippines' best foot forward. So everyone, thank you so much for coming here today, our media friends. I'm so grateful to be here, and I cannot wait to represent the Philippines. Thank you, Rihanna.
Thank you so much, Maria. Let's give her a hand, please. You know, we truly believe that you have what it takes to win the crown, and we can see very much how ready and beautiful you are. And I'm sure at this point, also our friends from our media are waiting to ask some questions. So go ahead, take a moment first for your photos, and we will be opening the Q&A segment. I just want to say I'm also very happy for her because it's been a long-awaited opportunity to really be representing the Philippines. I was speaking to her also in her room, you know, and just getting a little emotional because, yeah, I mean, like what you said, you thought this opportunity has passed, but look where you are, and I'm just very, very happy for you. So I'm excited, we're all excited to see how your journey will unfold. So congratulations. All right, now let's open the Q&A segment. At this point, so you just please introduce yourself and the organization that you represent. Thank you, Sir Oliver.
Good evening, sir. I'm Melvin Sia from Pageant. My question is for Mr. Alexander. Sir, I just want to ask, what makes Universal Woman unique from other pageants?
I will translate for Alexander. What makes Universal Woman different? Everybody that's part of the organization in Universal Woman, everybody has their own ideas, but we connect with our hearts and our minds to give our best, not to be the best, but give our best.
Precisamente ahora mismo queremos llevar un mensaje.
Precisely right now, we want to share a message.
Yo no tengo problema de nombrar a ningún certamen porque gracias a todos los certámenes que he trabajado,
I have no issue of naming any other pageants because thanks to those pageants that I've worked with in the past
como asesor de imagen,
as image consultant,
soy Alexander González.
I am Alexandra Gonzalez in the world.
Y la idea es esa, no tener miedo de mostrarnos, sino de aplaudir los logros de cada
And
persona.
the idea is that to not be afraid to name them or other pageants, but to applaud what they can achieve and what they do.
Cuando las compañías entendamos
When companies understand
que tenemos que prestar un servicio
that we have to offer a service
de amor y de unión,
that comes from love and unity,
es cuando realmente vamos a hacer un mundo mejor.
is when we truly will be able to build a better world.
Universal Woman está feliz de crecer día a día, viendo tantos maravillosos concursos como el Universo, mi Mundo, mi International, Miss Grand.
Universal Woman is extremely happy to continue growing, seeing also the success of other pageants like Miss World, Miss Universe, Miss Grand, Miss International, Miss Earth, like many others.
Esa es la idea.
That's the idea.
Somos una familia.
We're a family.
My name is Jay Patawa from Online Business. Working is the first thing. So please tell us more about the pageant. It's very interesting.
El mal, nosotros lo tomamos como posible.
All of the things that we were taking as something negative, we tried to take them as something positive that was happening.
Estos 4 años nos hizo entender qué queremos.
Past 3 years made us understand what we truly wanted to get out of Universal Woman.
Queremos mujeres como Valentina, como María, como la que está aquí sentada, mujeres reales.
We want women like Valentina, like Maria, like all the women sitting here tonight, real women.
Eso es lo que estamos buscando con Universal Woman.
That's what we're looking for with Universal Woman.
Mujeres bellas de adentro, y que transmitan hacia afuera todo lo bello que puedan transmitir.
Women who are beautiful inside and share that beauty with the world.
Speaking of Cherry, can you tell us about your philanthropic endeavors?
Absolutely. So I'm going to talk about my personal one, and then we'll talk about what we're focusing on this year with Universal Woman. I've been doing pageants since I was 15 years old, so it's been a while. And since that first pageant that I decided to do, I realized that this was truly, and obviously We're very young, just lost our mom, and I kind of found refuge in pageantry, a way to distract myself. And after a couple of months, I realized that I could turn that into something more. Because the more I talked about what had happened to my mom and my grandmother, the more people I realized were dealing with certain similar situations. I think we really haven't taken mental health and suicide as seriously as we should. I think the pandemic, in a way, was something good that we took out of it, was the fact that now we feel more comfortable talking about mental health and being vulnerable and our struggles, which is, I think, part of human nature. So since that year, that was 2012, I decided to use pageantry as a platform to share my message as pageant. This opportunity presented itself, and I found that it was the perfect platform that I have been looking for to continue sharing that message. This year, Universal Woman is partnering with Mission, which is a nonprofit organization based in Italy, and we are going to be working with doctors who are in various different parts of Italy and work with kids who live under very difficult conditions that require their moms to take care of them and being caretakers 24/7. So that is the social program that we want to implement and share with our candidates for this year. And of course, once we have our second winner, we will do our best to celebrate whatever platform or whatever social cause she chooses to develop throughout her reign.
Thank you very much. And one question for Maria. Yes. The last time I interviewed you, I asked about online literature in the national level. This time around, you are going to the what do you have in store to offer on the table?
Love that question. Thank you so much. I think last time you asked me how I handle pressure. I would say that my life has given me enough challenges to understand that diamonds are truly made under pressure. It is pressure that's allowed me to come up with my finest work. I'm lucky enough to work with people with such high standards. And to meet the challenge to meet their expectations is, I believe, what is the biggest opportunity that I have to create that opportunity and like to fill in, to see. It's an opportunity to believe in myself, to see what I have and what can I do with it. And there's one person that I really like to thank for encouraging me and pushing me to tell my story, even the things that I thought people would not like or would not be able to relate to. This man, which without I wouldn't be here today with a crown, this man has believed in me since the day that I stepped off the Miss World stage. I thought I had broken all my dreams, and yet in the 2 years that I have worked with him, Sir Arnold has never failed to believe in me. He's always pushed me that one step forward. Yeah, so thank you, Sir Arnold, and my entire ALV Talents family. Without saying too much, I will say that now more than ever, I am more myself. Like you taught me, not to be scared, not to be afraid, not to edit, not to shrink myself into a version of perfect that I think others would believe. So now I will tell my story in its entirety, because I believe that my story in some way, shape, or form reflects the struggles and the trials and tribulations of every Filipino. We may talk about all the other different problems that face the world, but the truth is, we don't talk about our identity enough as a people, living in an archipelago, separated and connected by the waters and islands that give us life. So I think that's something you have to look forward to, the story of the Philippines. And I hope that answers your questions.
I'm Tristan Francisco from the Philippine Pageantry. First, bienvenido, Señorita Valentina and Señorito Alexander. Señor Alexander. Mabuhay and welcome to the Philippines. With your last word, with the last question asked to you by Senor J. Macau, how would you describe or what is a universal woman? Because this is the first time that we're going to have our representatives. So can you tell us about the requirements, the qualifications? What or how should our universal woman be? Is she a natural woman? Can she be married? Does she have age limitations, etc.?
The requirements for universal woman are very different last year. Now this year, other platforms have decided to implement those changes as well. We're looking for women between the ages of 22 and 45 years old. They can be married, divorced, they can be mothered. We accept transgender women as well. We do not require them to have previous experience in other pageants. What we are looking for truly is a person that wants to share her story, who has made a decision to be true to herself and show that essence to the world, a person who understands the power that crown gives you and the sash gives you and chooses to utilize that power to share important messages. A person who wants to be a spokesperson for different social causes and of course for all of the sponsors who make Universal Woman possible.
Okay. And that's, it changes, as you have mentioned, because of the other pageants, is that what you're saying?
No. Actually, since the beginning, which was last year, our first edition, those have been the requirements. So nothing has changed. Those have been the requirements since day one.
Yes. And it would be a great honor for the Philippines to follow after Venezuela in becoming the second universal woman. Would that be okay?
Well, I know that would be incredible, especially for the fans, because we're like sisters in the pageantry world. I feel like how Alexander was saying, and I feel the same way since we landed this morning. I have felt at home, even though I had never been here before, but I think it's because we feel.
Where do you feel for your family?
Yeah, we feel
it's
close.
okay to just give the ground to your sister.
Oh my goodness. The important thing is always going to be that she does an excellent job, which I'm sure she will. And just make the jury form up with you. Arnold and Alexander have been judges in many different pageants, and they understand how it works and what they look for.
Very recently, a very controversial international pageant has been making the media rounds with regards to integrity, scandal, and also things that would define what real pageantry is. So, where do you stand on this?
Every human being, everybody in this room makes mistakes. Raise your hand if you've never made a mistake in your life. I don't think any of us can.
No major mistake.
So, we have to continue supporting the positive things that pageantry and other pageants and platforms are doing. Let's learn from those mistakes and from those negative experiences. Not to be the best, but to give our best.
And thank you for that question for Ms. Maria Gigante. Yes. As you were asked by Mr. Paco about what we're going to bring on the table, but if and when you become the second universal woman, how are you going to elevate the pageant, the title, and the world of pageantry with regards to what's been happening around us now?
I think that simply continuing to exist is the perfect testament to the values that Universal Woman upholds. As long as there is a pageant that exists and advocates true in genuine inclusivity, and then we can believe that the world is truly a diverse place. This pageant, I did not hesitate at all. I've been asked by people close to me, why did you not ask for my advice when I was offered an appointment? Because I did not hesitate. I have the values that are represented by Universal Woman are the values that I have held close to my heart. And if I have ever hesitated to do anything in life, it is because I did not see those values represented. So the moment I saw what Universal Woman was all about, saw Valentina, there was really no more deliberating to be done. This is what I want to do. I believe this is the plan. This is the way to truly empower other women. My entire stint in pageantry is dedicated to pulling other women up. And I do completely agree that we should learn from the mistakes of others and ourselves. I myself am not perfect. And we all know that. Right? Exactly. So let's support and even push the boundaries further of what inclusivity can continue to become with Universal Women. Thank you.
That is your Universal Woman 2024. My last question would be for Mr. Arnold Valentina. It's mentioned that transgenders are welcome to join Universal Women. What will be your policy regarding this? Are you going to allow trans penites to join Universal Women in the future?
Of course, it's part of the requirements of Universal Women. So this is a good platform to all transgender who wants to join. And it is a very prestigious pageant. And you know, the people behind here are the respected people in the pageant industry. One of them is Alex. Everyone knows in the pageant industry, Alex Gonzalez and Antonio Salazar. He is one of the respected people in the pageant industry. And of course, Carolina, the chairman of the Universal Woman. So I believe the people behind it, and I believe this is their second year. That's why a lot of national directors from different pageants are really joining now. As a matter of fact, they started with 20s, now more than 68, turning to 70 who's joining for Universal Woman this coming next month in February. So it's like the people who are behind it. You have to believe what the people behind it. You have to believe in their advocacy. You have to believe in what they really want. What kind of woman that you want to represent for their organization. And I believe that this organization will go places because the people behind it and their advocacy is how we want to do this.
Wow. That's a very good answer, sir. Regarding your allowing trans penites to join Universal Women Philippines, will you be requiring them to have legal documentation of their new gender, or is it okay for them to have their unchanged gender, their original documents, as long as they're genuine trans penites?
There is no such thing as a requirement. It's just as long as you are a transgender or trans woman, even if you don't have the papers that you are legit trans woman or in a change of, as long as you represent, like anyone, a trans woman who wants to be, who has the dream to become a trans woman. So I think this is their platform. They can join and be a part, and they can be a winner. Even if you are a married woman, you can be a winner. So there is no such thing as, definitely, as long as you qualify to be a winner, you can become a universal winner.
Wow, so that's a big news for our trans penite beauty queens, or want to be beauty queens. As a last question, you mean some Gustav, what can you say about the Godon of franchises in Philippine pageantry?
Based on my experience, I dropped some. I got two rounds. It's my personal opinion. I have to choose. I cannot.
Hindi naman mainit, kasi drink up mo na eh.
It's not that. The reason why I dropped some rounds is because number one, of course, your relationship with the organization. You have to maintain a very good relationship because it's like a family, what you said. If you're a national director, you have to have a good relationship with with the main organization, not with the international organization, because you have the same line of work, and you have the same concept, and you have the same advocacies. You have to be also with their advocacy, that they are really implementing their advocacies and their, and I just feel that I have to choose the best. Even if it's just new, even if it's a new organization, but they started also, they just also started with a new organization. But this one, let's give chance. Who are people that I know I can work with, that I can promote my candidate, that I can promote the organization in that country. And I like to think also that they have to have a good advocacy. They have to have a charitable persona. And it's not only just a show or a plan that is to make money. I want to have an organization who has a big heart. So who's willing to help, not only will be the voice of the organization. And that's why sometimes you really have to choose which is the best for your national organization.
So you're like having more space for bigger matches.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you a lot to the Philippines.
Good evening, everyone. My name is France Ivan from Mars, France. First of all, I'd just like to welcome Valentina and Sir Alexander here in the Philippines. As we say, we're from the Philippines. And now it's the Philippines. So, Valentina, my question to you is, if I am a 13-year-old girl who happens to meet a universal woman, what would be your definition of a universal woman?
I think the universal woman is a role model that we as parents would want our kids, our little girls to have, but also a role model that they know they can become, and it doesn't feel unattainable, because at least when I was little, I think many of us had role models who seemed like they were out of the world, out of this world, and impossible to achieve, or on a level that was impossible to get to. And I think for a while, pageantry or beauty queens were like that. It was just beautiful women who were so perfect that didn't even seem real. And I think that in the past 5 years, pageantry has truly changed, and it has become something that inspires, but also makes little girls realize what they're capable of. And so if there's any message that I wish little girls and teenagers can take away from my year and the reign of the next universal woman, is that all these women that they admire, that can be done in the future as long as they work hard. And I think make education a priority. Many girls think that if they want to get into modeling, they need to put education on the side and focus 100% on that. And there's nothing further from the truth. I think that education is key to independence, to truly understanding what you're capable of, and also understanding that you can get there by working hard and surrounding yourself with the right people. So I do hope that's a message that the girls get.
Thank you. And I'd just like to take this opportunity of hearing your stories, like 13 years ago, you inspired me in regards to your backstory.
Thank you.
And last question for our representative, Maria Gigante. Gigante since 2016 here. So finally, you represent our country. I know that parang ang haba ng process na ito, but you deserve this recognition right now.
Thank you.
My question to you right now is, what is your mindset right now?
Honestly, it's a mix. I would like to say that there's a saying that goes that everything happens in God's perfect timing. And I believe that that's true. As I was talking with Valentina earlier, we were saying how in the early 20s we felt like we were already adults, right? But oftentimes we manifest too hard and we state who we are and we say it again and again, and we force the universe to believe when in fact we should be asking, am I ready? Is this the path I should be on? Because the universe gives us signs. We can read it. That is the mindset that I'm in. I'm just in a state of openness and acceptance, open to learn, open to make mistakes, and most importantly, open to breaking the barriers that have existed and come before us. I think that's what a universal woman is all about, and I believe that that's what I now have this moment for. So I hope that I have your trust and your support, Philippines, and of course, all the gigantics, so that you can lend me your voices and we can speak as loud as we possibly can. We are here. We have a message to say, and we are not looking back. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much and congratulations for being here. Hello, good evening to everyone. This is Jane from Pageant. I just would like to ask first, the National Director of Universal Women Philippines, Sir Arnold Gray. Sir, what is the main reason why you accept or you accept the franchise for this competition of Pageant?
Number one, I know the people behind it. My good friends, and those are people that are respectable in the pageant industry, like Antonio and Alex. I know that they're doing a business in the pageant industry for so long. And number two, I like the motto of Universal Woman, which is redefining the beauty and diversity in the industry. So these are the things that we are looking for. I'm looking for someone who can speak. I know that we have Filipino Philippines that Filipino Philippines are known for not only for beauty and health, but also beauty and brain. So that's what we're looking for. Someone who has the perfect epitome of a beauty, brain, and who can represent it and speak in behalf of their organization. And I'm sure that I'm positive that I have there's a Filipina who will get the crown. And then that's why when they offered it to me, I thought several times, right? What crowns that I'm going to I don't want to say to put aside and then change. And we got the new. We got the new some, but I want to get the best. Another new organization that I think will be the future and will become the best organization. And I know that I have candidates that I can, that will represent the Philippines, which I definitely, from the very beginning, when she joined Miss World Philippines 2022, she's one of my favorite women. I know she can represent the country very well, and I'm sure that she will bring home, the first Miss Universal woman. So that's why I've been looking for what time I can give to her. So this is now the right time that I have a new pageant that Maria can be represent for the Philippines.
Thank you so much. Another follow-up question, sir. Now that you have successfully acquired this pageant, will we be expecting staging on the next year, or is it included on your LA pageant?
Yeah, there will be Miss Universal Woman will be included on June, back to back with Miss World Philippines together with Universal. And then in July, we have the Miss Grand with Mainland Spanish Americana and Miss Kingsford Philippines.
Thank you so much. And my next question is, of course, our reigning Miss Universal Woman, Valentina Sanchez. Hello, dear. Welcome to the Philippines and welcome back. Thank you. It's nice to see you and you look so gorgeous. Thank you so much. Valentina, what is your most memorable
join me here at Miss Universal.
Actually, just a few hours ago, Maria asked me which has been my favorite place out of all the countries and cities that I've visited this year, and I really could not just pick one because I feel that we have taken something special from each one of those places. But I think the most special thing that I take away from this past 13 months is definitely the people that I've met. I have had the chance to travel the world, and I've always felt that we're all citizens of the world, and this year truly showed me that it is. And I feel that when you have an opportunity like the one that I had to get to see different realities that people from all over the world live, the way they think, the traditions that they have, what they believe in, you open your mind and begin to understand really how beautiful the world is and how beautiful diversity truly is and what it brings to the table. So I think, of course, we've visited so many beautiful places and we've been to incredible events, but I think the people that we've met in all of those little parts of the world is what really make our year so special.
Thank you so much. And my next question is to Señorita Alexandra Gonzalez. I have one question for you.
Dapat Spanish.
Todas somos bellos.
Is she beautiful?
Universal woman!
Why not?
Oh,
My question for you, Señorita
tanungin mo pa si Maria.
what comes first in your mind when you heard about Philippines?
You!
En mi familia.
And my family.
Sí, porque es que tengo tantos buenos amigos filipinos.
We have so many really good friends here from the Philippines.
Cada vez que yo me bajo les un abrazo de hermandad, de hermano.
Every time we see Arnold, we hug each other and like, we're family.
Yo recuerdo que desde pequeño,
I was very young
que sería los concursos de belleza,
when I started following beauty pageants.
mi padre que es español,
My dad was Spanish.
él siempre me decía, pon atención en la mujer filipina, la candidata filipina,
He would always say, pay attention to the woman from the Philippines
porque son muy bellas.
because they're so beautiful.
Y yo crecí con eso y he tenido la suerte
I grew up thinking that way and I've been lucky enough
de no solamente ver la belleza física,
to not only see in person that physical beauty,
sino esa belleza integral que tienen todos ustedes.
but also the inner beauty that all the people from the Philippines have.
Afortunadamente nos parecemos los venezolanos, yo soy español venezolano,
Fortunately enough, I believe that we're very similar to each other. He's Venezuelan and Spanish, and which means that we're very similar culture.
y puedo sentir eso. Tengo no amigos, lo vuelvo a repetir, tengo hermanos filipinos.
And so I can definitely feel that. I have, again, like I said, very good friends that I consider brothers.
Gracias por tu pregunta.
Thanks for your question.
And of course, my last question is our very own Miss Universal Woman Philippines, Maria Lina. Hello, dear. Nice to see you. Alright, Maria, could you tell us about the story of why did you accept the appointment of Miss Universal Woman Philippines?
Oh, I would love to. I was dying for you to ask me this question. But so I was actually my project this year. I was very excited to see Sir Arnold's new vision for Miss World Philippines, and we were actually on a very interesting flight together when he brought it up. And yes, Iloilo, the first night of Miss World Western Visayas. And it was, what, 5 a.m. in the morning? 5 a.m. in the morning. Before I had left for Christmas, I asked him a question. And I said, no, I focus on hosting. And then I returned and I congratulated him. Sir, congrats on acquiring a new franchise. I think everybody's so curious. And he said, you should go. And I said, but sir, I've moved on. I'm not for pageants anymore. I'm not ready. I don't think it's in my heart to compete in any franchise that exists currently in the Philippines, right? This is what I pray. Of course, I pray. Every time when I pray, I always think to myself, like, I might not have achieved my dreams in pageants, but I hope that someday an opportunity will come along for me to be able to kind of stretch out my limbs and really show what I'm made of and how much I can help the Filipinos, because I've learned so much in my job, in my career. And when Sir Arnold told me about Universal Woman, the first thing I did was searching on Instagram. And I got to know Valentina and the pageant. I got to read all about it and see all the intro videos of the candidates. And I thought to myself, wow, these women are amazing, and I would be honored to even stand among them. We have ladies who've competed at Universal Women who are not only working as models, but have addressed the hunger in their villages by teaching their villages how to farm food directly. And immediately I thought about my community in the Thai island that I have with Gawad Kalina for the past, I believe, 10 years, no? 9? This community, I've been a volunteer since I was a teenager, and it has been so hard to teach people about sustainability and to embrace it, what the habit, the ethic of sustainability is really all about. And lo and behold, after the pandemic, when I had joined this world, I contacted one of my point persons in the community, and I asked them, hey, what's happening? Like, are you guys still using all of our equipment? Are you still teaching lessons? We teach at Fort Alexandria and Valentina, who I just met today. I have a skills-based caravan that I started with my organization that I volunteer with, Gawad Kalina, where we teach women and children sometimes, if they like, basic skills for extra income. So we have pattern making, lace making, we also have haircuts. However, unfortunately, the mentor has passed away. Rest in peace, Sir Rebes Garso, a very great tailor. But I think this was my effort in making my craft something that could help my community. And I thought immediately, this is the platform on which I want to tell their story. These women are amazing. After the pandemic, they came up with a program that gives incentives to the youth for whoever can get their household to convert into using sustainable materials. So today, this workshop currently fashions burlap and fabric sacks, what is used in the restaurants of Bantayan, which is an area that is like highly touristic because we are wilderness protected area. We have beaches, we have natural resources, and so they come, and that really did so much for our tourism industry. But now we have another problem, right? Our solid waste disposal. And so this workshop is a problem to address how to reuse and upcycle those fabrics. And I think that Universal Woman, sorry, I'm talking on and on and on, but this is what happens when you pass your own advocacy, guys. You know the drill. But really, this is an excellent platform to tell their stories. And I also want to bring into Universal Women the work that I've done with Impact Circle. Impact Circle is actually a private Japanese organization that I encountered after the Wrath of Odette in my hometown in Cebu City. I'm sure you probably have heard of this typhoon, and it's internationally. But what it did basically was all of our fishermen lost their boats, completely gone. And our livelihood, a huge percentage of the Philippines thrives off of the ocean. What Impact Circle did is that it reached out to communities, particularly in the island of Alomapo and Coronation Rivera, Ahochan, and they subsidized the rebuilding of 150 fishing boats, which they then distributed to the communities. And by community, I mean everyone who was qualified and registered in the Bureau of Fisheries. I think that is a project that is accessible, sustainable, doable, and concrete. And it ticks all the boxes for me. Something that truly deserves exposure. So I think that together with Impact Circle and Gawad Kalina, they're amazing. It's just amazing. Why I'm telling you this story is because learning the stories of these women is what gave me the idea, maybe it's time to come back. Maybe this is the time that I am ready. Because now I fully understand that it is not about me. It is about the communities that I come from, the communities I represent, and the values that I want to see in the world that we are building in the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and congratulations on the best year.
Thank you. Short story will be on my Instagram. Thanks.
would like to ask Maria. You mentioned a while ago about empowering a woman. As a universal woman, beauty queen, how can you empower other people and be a voice to the voiceless?
Thank you. I believe that empowering other women lies in encouraging them to be genuine with themselves. I was asked by Rihanna earlier, actually, in my room, what makes a universal woman? And it pushed me to think. I believe a universal woman is somebody who acknowledges diversity, that there is power in that diversity. Someone who promotes the respect for our differences and who is able to harness that power into allowing us to work as a unit, as aggregates to a whole, and push our community forward. That, I believe, is how I can be the voice to the voiceless. As you know, I wear many hats. I have my toe in many communities, in creatives and in community development. And I believe that these experiences have equipped me with the knowledge, not just in theory, but in practice, of how I can truly communicate the struggles of our community and find proactive solutions and solve them. Thank you.
Nice to see you again. Yeah, but this is just a light question. You know, it's pageant season here in the Philippines right now. There's so many pageants that there's our national pageants are already starting to gear up for their respective divisions this year. We're very focused on it right now. So, my question is, the pageant will be happening next month. Why do you think Filipino pageant fans and plus pageant media should pay attention and follow the upcoming Miss Universal edition in Cambodia? What surprises? What do you guys have in store for us?
Bueno, ya afortunadamente tú has tenido la oportunidad de estar cerca de nosotros.
Fortunately, you've had the chance to be very close to us while working in Cambodia.
Te invitamos a la presconferencia de Cambodia.
We've had the opportunity to be there for the press conference.
Compartiste con nosotros
You share with all of us, with all the team members.
y pudiste ver de primera mano quiénes somos.
And you can see firsthand who we are.
Somos personas como tú, como cualquiera de los que están aquí sentados, soñadores.
We're people like you, like everybody sitting here, we're dreamers.
Yo amo los concursos de belleza
I love you.
y eso es lo que yo quiero mostrarle a la gente, la pasión que cada quien tiene por hacer su trabajo.
And that's what I want to show the world and all of you, Insoluble fans in the Philippines and all over the world, to share that passion.
Yo comencé como un misólogo, viendo concursos de belleza.
Yeah, that's how I started. He was a Insoluble when he was a little younger than what he is now.
Como asesor de imagen,
As image consultant,
ahora he trabajado con diferentes políticos a nivel internacional,
now work with politicians from all over the world,
con poderosas mujeres
with very powerful women.
y con reinas que han ganado en el universo, como Amelia Vega, finalista.
Who have won the universe, like America.
Y recientemente tuve 3 finalistas en el universo.
Recently, I had 3 first runners-ups in this universe.
Pero no lo digo así como para, Alexander, qué grande, no, lo digo es para que vean que queremos darle lo mejor a las personas que vengan al concurso, a disfrutar del concurso.
And I say that just so you guys can understand that that's what we want to offer all of you. We want to give you the best.
Eso es lo que queremos.
Gracias. Can we make a follow-up question? What are the chances that Amelia Vega will be runners-up? You said you mentioned earlier
What are the chances that they will win? Oh.
Casualmente Julia Gama,
Actually, Julia Gama will be there.
mi Brasil que preparé para un mundo,
She was with Brazil that she prepared for World.
y luego trabajé con ella para mi universo.
And then worked with her to go to Miss Universe, and she was first runner.
Hoy en día es una celebridad tanto en China como en el mundo.
Nowadays, she is a celebrity in China, but also her telemundo.
Está trabajando con nosotros este año y va a estar allá.
She's working with the Universal Women Organization this year, and she will be there in the market.
Next, so can't wait to see what you have to say.
Gracias.
Ako ay soy region of Venezuela. Bienvenidos a So, my question is, aside from the pandemic that challenged you establishing this pageant, what other challenges did you have when you established this pageant?
Todos los días se presentan obstáculos.
Every day, there's an obstacle that we must overcome.
La idea es que cuando tienes algo en mente,
The idea is that when you have something in mind,
te levantes todos los días con las ganas de hacerlo.
you get up every single day looking for the strength to do it.
Que nada nos distraiga.
Don't let anything distract you from that goal.
No solo es la meta,
It's not just the goal,
es todos los días aprender para llegar a alcanzar esa meta.
it's the way and it's the path that you have to take to get there. Muchas gracias. Gracias.
For Maria, Maria Gabi, Maria,
Maya Gabuti.
yes, how would you compare yourself from your, how would you compare yourself to 2016?
Oh my goodness, who watching? Well, I think when I was in 2016, I believe you're referring to me and Binibining Pilipinas, right? Funny, I was just telling Valentina about that. I thought I was there. I thought I was, if you were to put it in Pokemon terms, I thought I was fully evolved, you know? Like, this is it. This is the final stage. This is the best. Lo and behold, I was only beginning. It was only the beginning. Life has put me through so much since then. And I have been blessed enough to have a batchmate, to have batchmates in Binibining Pilipinas that are with me almost on a daily basis. Ladies and gentlemen, Rihanna, she was a baby in our batch. And she is also very different since that day, since Binibining Pilipinas days. I think I'm very much more mature. When in 2016, I would like to say a little less humble than I am, but what you lack, life gives you in one way or another. And the lessons you refuse to learn, you learn the hard way. And I have learned many, 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 many things the hard way since then. I think now I'm joining Universal Women with more of a curiosity instead of an urge to be recognized. I was coming from a different place in 2016. I wanted to prove something. What that is, I don't know necessarily. I wanted to know if people thought I was beautiful, if young girls think they see themselves reflected in me. And now I think I'm coming from a more genuine place. I think I'm striving to represent the values that I want to see in little girls everywhere. I have two sisters, both very, very different from me, but both I love very dearly. And I would not want to see a world where they get compared to me because they excel in their own right. My younger sister is a medical student studying to be a doctor at the Cebu Institute of Medicine. And my youngest sister is currently at Ateneo de Manila pursuing her dream of becoming a hotelier. I think that she will follow after National Director Cleo, and I certainly hope so. I'd like to think that I encourage my sisters to be brave and to be themselves. And perhaps within the last 8 years, that's something that I've had to learn. I've had to learn to be my own older sister. So, very different. Thank you. That other girl, she's in, yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
I can refer to that. Yes, just one have your batchmates the involvement that you have gone through, and again, I'm very excited about.
Not just us, not just us. I would like to really just congratulate our batchmates. We have quite a batch.
The beauty of these classes, it's really an avenue where we can tell our stories, really inspire young women and young girls to really know who they are, really to know who they are, and just really get out of their shells somehow. I started very young as well. So anyway, enough of me, enough of our journey, but thank you for sharing that, and thank you, of course, to our special guests for championing all these causes and being a platform, as we say, for women like you with so much success. Right now, we would like to take last 2 questions from our media friends.
MJ Felipe wants to know when the exact competition date will be in Cambodia.
The pageant will begin on March 14th and the final night will be March 24th. Well, we actually begin in Siem Reap and then we travel to an island and then we travel to the capital where we'll have the final show. Okay. See you there.
Alright, so we have last 2 questions from our media friends.
Hello, Alex. My name is James, and I'm being messaging together in Instagram and Valentina Universal Distraction for all 2020. Actually, forwards we were just posting pictures of me I still remember. It's a memorable is the prize money, $100,000. That's when I got your attention first. Is there an additional prize for this competition?
Ok, más que un premio metálico, yo creo que el verdadero premio es toda la experiencia que te lleva tu candidato.
More than just the monetary price that you get, literally, the experience that you get when you get the chance to compete and meet all the other contestants is also a prize that all of them take after this.
Valentina está aquí, pero $200 me lo pueden corregir si no.
Valentina's here and she won $100,000. It's true.
Pero este año, la CEO, Carolina Rondo, ha dicho que ella quiere dar $20,000 y que la chica, a partir de esos $20,000, con todos nuestros profesionales, empieza a trabajar, sea un año muy fructífero y gane más.
This year, our CEO, Melvin Sia, has decided that our first initial price will be $1,000 in cash, and the winner will have the chance to win or get a percentage of all the jobs and all the contracts that she gets throughout the year. So on top of the $20,000, she will get an amount for every job that she gets during the year.
La idea es aprovechar todo el conocimiento que tenemos, todo el networking.
The idea is to take advantage of the networking we've been doing and the knowledge that every single member has.
No para una reina de belleza,
Not for beauty,
sino para una mujer que no vamos a empoderar, sino una mujer poderosa.
but also for a woman that we're not going to empower, but it is already a powerful woman.
Que quiere ser empresaria,
Who wants to
que
be a
aporta a la
businesswoman,
comunidad.
who wants to give back to her community.
No solamente que lleve una linda corona en la cabeza, sino que aproveche todas esas cosas maravillosas que tenemos para trabajar juntos y hacer crecer también a la organización.
A woman that not only wants to wear a crown, but wants to take advantage of that year and the incredible sponsors and brands that we work with
For now, Valentina is the first year of the Universal Woman. She traveled more than 14 to 15 countries this year. For it is really a big, opportunity for the women, to meet and travel around the world, to promote the advocacy of Universal Woman. And it is the last, right? Philippines. Then you're gonna go back to China, and then you're gonna go to Cambodia.
You never know because so the people now is what to Carolina Alonso. That is why that is why I say no, it's about the money, it's about the opportunity.
You speak English better than I remember, so.
I try. Okay. In
Second question. Alice is a well-known coach, by the way, but you haven't coached a Filipina yet. So that's what I want to know right now. Will you be open about it?
Right now, you never know. It's what maybe it's my dream. I have a very nice
Half.
so no vas a algo que se puede contar.
But this is not the moment to tell you.
Thank you.
Why should you be? Maria, why should you be the next Universal Woman?
It's not a question.
Example introduction.
Wait for $1 million question.
So this is my first rehearsal, and my director is the Universal Woman herself. Center. Maria Gigante, Universal Woman, Philippines! Salamat.
$1 million question.
Maria, why should you be the next Universal Woman?
I believe I represent many cultures that at times may not agree with itself. And the world today is encountering so much conflict. I believe that I am here for a reason, and that is to say that we can all do better. We need to fill the world with more love and less conflict. Because what is fear but an absence of love? We need more love, everyone. And I believe that's why I should be the next Universal Woman.
Thank you so much, Maria. And I'm sure our pageant future friends have more questions later on, so you may approach them later on. But for now, we would like to acknowledge as well, of course, some special guests that are, I'm sure, are dear to Maria, Mr. Gigante, your father. We would like to hear just a few words of encouragement and probably a send-off message for your lovely daughter. Please, let's give him a round of applause.
I don't know what to say. Anyway, just a short introduction. I'm from the Bataan Island, from the town of Santo. I was a mechanical engineer, and I became a pilot for Philippine Airlines through the Philippine Airlines Aviation School. And I'm happy that the Philippine Airlines is sponsoring us for the So I left in 1998. I've been to many countries. Anyway, looking at Korea today, I always remember Teacher Cleo in grade 1 when they always have this event. I think once a week, and Maria was one time a butterfly. And we go there. I was asked a few times as well. I'm a very supportive dad and being the mom as well. Their son and always taking care of them. So this opportunity for Maria actually is
giving tribute to Jamal, to Teacher Claire, and to all the women. You know, even if you're a girl, very poor girl, or even if you are nobody, you can be one day a son. You always have a chance. There was a teacher we had in college who would tell us, you could never be sure of the man under the mango tree. I read a book one day with Dale Carnegie. You will never know what the person next to you could be, and that including a woman. Thank you, and congratulations, Maria, and my gratitude to Mr. Arnold. I never thought as well that Maria will be going this way. And I'm always bragging about Teacher Cleo. Where is she? She's gone. Anyway, the narrative of Maria, her mom, my mom, or grandmother, is always like, as it is now, no? That whoever you are now, you could always be somebody one day. Thank you. And this is a very sweet girl. She came to me and said, "You're the dad of Maria?" I said, "Yeah." And I was so surprised because it's only a Filipino who would do that. And my friends told me, we're actually also Spaniards, you know?
Did you know she was from an island too?
Oh, you're so sweet. I worked in India, I worked in China, I worked in Singapore, and I was 10 years in Korea. And I was surprised that you came to me like that. So I was like, wow. That was so wow. I was so impressed. Okay. And usually, we always expect it from a Filipino. We're actually the best friends of the world. They say, my friends from other countries, they say we're always the best friends of the world. We always give value to the next person. Whether in a train, in a bus, or an airplane, we always engage and we always give the message of love and peace. And they say, in the world, there's no such thing as justice. There's only peace. Okay, thank you. Good night.
Alright, at this point, we would like to call our friends from Kingsford and their affiliates who would like to give some special token of appreciation, of course, for our special guests. So thank you once again, of course, Mega World Hotels and Resorts, and to Kingsford and Savoy Manila for welcoming us and meeting us, welcoming us.
How about the media?
When we have this opportunity to take a photo with our general manager, Mr. Oliver. Face